Row in hand, we're in the last 20 minutes of the programme, Destination Newry's Outreach to the Planet, and it is the morning programme. Good morning, Newry and Morn in the world. Blessed to have with me two wonderful people. I've got Lorna Watson, who's an administrator with the organisation known as FASA. You see it, F-A-S-A, the agency at the heart of the community, it says there. And we've got William McMillan, otherwise known as Willpower Will. This man's going to walk around Northern Ireland to raise funds for FASA. Lorna, what does FASA do? I think that's the first thing.
We're an agency based in Belfast who predominantly look after people with issues surrounding drugs and alcohol misuse, suicide, self-harm and mental health issues.
Okay, how do you interact with those people? What's the model? What's the model of operation?
Basically, people can be self-referred.
Yeah.
They can be referred through their GP or any other organisation that they may be associated with. And we also have a drop-in.
Okay, and what do you do with them and for them?
We provide such things as counselling, mentoring, group work, one-to-one support. We work with the youth as well, from 11 to 25-year-olds. Yeah.
So up to now we've been talking about adults, fully fledged, but now we're looking at the younger folk.
Yeah, we have a dedicated youth team. Yeah, very much so.
That's good. FASA started 1995. Well, what's the origin? How did it begin? What does FASA mean?
It started with a concerned group of parents on the Shankill Road who children were involved in substance misuse at the time, so they decided to come together to develop a forum. To tackle the issue, and since then it has grown and grown and grown and grown. We now have offices in the Bangor area who support the North Down area, and also now out the Ards Peninsula we have a recovery centre out in Ballywalter.
Well, we kind of hope we'll encourage you down this part of the province as well. You see, that will be good. Well, and FASA, what does FASA mean? F-A-S-A?
It stands for the Forum for Action on Substance Abuse, but also suicide.
And it's particularly, in the S in there for suicide as well.
Yes.
It's particularly apposite at the moment because in the papers yesterday, the great Dublin social campaigner and activist, Father Peter McVerry, he's a Jesuit fellow, and he's been living and working with homeless addicts for the last 30 years. And he issued a stark warning. He said, Northern Ireland, you better get in there now. You better to deal with this, because if you don't, you'll have the same heroin explosion epidemic as we had in Dublin in the 80s. So we need to tackle this and deal with it now. Will, you're going to walk around Northern Ireland to help, one, raise awareness of FASA, and two, raise money for them.
Yes, definitely.
What's the project of walking? Tell me about it.
Well, I hope to not just walk and raise money, but also raise awareness about the charity as well.
Indeed.
And to reach every part of the province, and just there'd be not one part I'm not missing. So.
And what's the walking schedule?
About 25 miles each day. 25 miles. So say quick, it's not too good.
That's a marathon a day. That's a marathon.
So a marathon a day for 15 days. So.
But you're not running, you're walking.
No, I'm walking. So
are you a good walker?
Very good walker, yeah.
Yeah. And where do you walk in the hills and stuff like that?
Yes, I try to do about 10 miles every week.
Every week, yeah.
So I'm very keen walker. So.
But you were telling me you were once 5 stone heavier.
Yes, I was once 5 stone heavier and couldn't walk the length of myself.
Really?
Yes, I was. So it's a big turnaround.
And what weight are you now?
I'm 12 stone 12.
That's pretty all right.
So I was 18 stone before. So
18 stone. You must have been a ginormous fellow.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well, you now look as though you could enter the Olympics and do anything you want to do.
Definitely
so you're pretty all right. Now, you'll be coming through our place here in Newry.
Yes, I will indeed.
On Saturday, on Monday week.
Yeah, Monday
at about
13th.
6 o'clock in the evening.
6 o'clock in the evening.
You'll come into Newry, and whereabouts will people see you in Newry?
Well, if they go to the old town hall there at Bank Parade.
Oh, yes.
So that's where I'm finishing and getting greeted by the mayor as well.
The mayor will meet you there on that Monday week, and you'll stay in Newry overnight?
I'm staying in a nearby campsite in
Rostrevor,
yeah.
Yeah. And your van will be there, and all the bugles and all the banners and all the bunting.
You'll not miss us.
It'll be an event, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Lorna, people like this are a gift for you, aren't they? They're treasures.
Absolutely. I mean, we were delighted when Will came to us to say he had this enormous challenge that he wanted to do specifically for FASA. And it's brilliant because the money that he'll be raising will be going towards a specific project that FASA are taking on board. It's called the Nightingale.
What is that about?
It's going to be a crisis response centre.
Okay.
The first of its kind in Northern Ireland.
A crisis response centre. How does that work?
Basically, there's a gap in provision of service at the minute where if someone was to find themselves in crisis during the night, the only place they could go to would be A&E.
Yeah.
Where they would be dealt with on the medical model, whereas we want to provide a safe place
so that
for someone to come.
If that person very properly decided to ring the Samaritans, for example,
yes,
the Samaritans would listen. But he would still be in his isolation.
Very much so.
Now, what your crisis centre, I'm assuming, you'll take the call, the emergency call, and you'll either go and collect the person, or you'll tell the person to come to you and make sure.
Very much so. It's a place that's going to be a safe, labelled as a safe place where we can look after them during the night. And it won't be a case of, turning them out in the morning. We can then refer them on to our crisis team. It's almost like a wraparound service that we'd be providing to them.
That, if you don't mind me saying so, is a very, very beautiful service.
And very much needed, unfortunately.
That is a huge service.
Yeah.
That's and where will that be?
It's going to be based in East Belfast, so this will be a project, a pilot project, if you like. As I said, it's the first of its kind in Northern Ireland, so hopefully it will be effective and we will see a turnaround within this society.
So
we help.
And who will man the centre?
We will have paid staff initially, and then we will also have volunteers,
of course,
providing peer support.
Yeah.
So it will be people who will have been through a similar experience and be able to bring that to the fore and help people in a similar situation.
This is wonderful news, and good luck with this, because this is groundbreaking stuff.
No, it really is, and
absolutely.
We really do value any sort of support, just like Will is providing to us.
Will, why FASA?
Well, I've lost a friend due to suicide, and I don't want anybody else to go through that.
How close was the friend?
Very close, and I just don't want anybody to go through the same things that I've had.
Had you any I don't want to pry, but it's maybe helpful to other people if we can touch on it in some way. Had your friend issues that you knew about? Had he or she had whatever? Had the friend given you any indication that things were on a slippery slope to awfulness?
None, which is none at all. Very, very lively guy, and
so
that was it.
It was almost as though on the Monday he was a very lively guy, and you were laughing and joking together, having a coffee, whatever else. And then the Tuesday he was gone.
Yeah, definitely. It was
that unfortunately is the sort of thing about suicide, is that you never do know. People are very good at hiding it, and unfortunately it is a large killer.
Yeah. Were you able to establish after his passing any idea at all as to why it occurred?
Yes, I established the reasons of why he did that, but definitely want to get the message out there that it's not the answer.
No, it's a permanent answer to a temporary problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how big were his problems? In your own analysis of them, do you think there were things could have been done?
Oh, definitely. It's not. There's no problem that's that big.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Every problem can be solved, and it's good to talk. It's good to actually get out there and speak to someone, because everybody goes through problems, and we can all talk it out.
Yeah.
It's a better solution.
What are the issues facing people of your friend's age? What are the issues?
Money worries.
Money worries
would be a big thing.
They've been screwed for money. They've been pushed.
Money's really
pushed
big
to the
issue.
limit.
So I find my personal opinion, is money worries.
Yeah. And then there are other agencies which will help with that too. It's a matter of truth. I remember acting for someone once, and there was a credit card company wanting to come and do all kinds of awfulness to the person. The bill was 15,000. And I took it on board for a whole year of writing, of communicating, of exchanging information. We got it reduced to 5,000. So it's important to say out there, whatever your worries are, there are strategies that can get around them and make the thing better.
Definitely.
Yeah, you feel an awful loss, a wasted life, really.
Oh, definitely.
How old was the person?
He was young. He's in his 20s.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So sad.
Definitely.
And this isn't a one-off.
Unfortunately, we're seeing it's almost increasing as well. And self-harm is another big key issue that's coming through, and this is something that we're willing to really tackle head on. And we do find it specifically in young males that it is a huge killer within young males.
My goodness. There's a sort of a machismo. Look what I can do. I'm not going to put up with this. I'm going. That sort of thing. It seems to me that your work is too important to be left simply to charity fundraising, that the government should be funding you in some way, are they?
They would support us with various projects that we're doing, but we don't have core funding for the specifically in the Nightingale, so that's why.
But as this project grows,
yes,
then other funding will attract. I think that's great. So you're a trailblazer here, boy.
He's leading the way.
You're leading the way. It's good. But you're doing it for the very best possible reason and in memory, dedicating the work. How long will it take you?
15 days.
15 days. And you're not allowed to go on a bike or anything?
No, I'll be constant. I'll be walking.
Walking all the way?
Walking, yeah.
Yeah. And aerobically you're possibly fine, but I mean, if you've been carrying around 18 stone for a period of your life, what has that done to your ankles and your joints and things?
No, I'm really...
You're okay?
I'm definitely... I'm getting a physio to check me out and stuff and give me a good...
Wish I could say that. I tell you, I've got to my stage of life and I'm in bits. My bones are creaky. Aerobically, I could do 10 miles, any amount of walking, but the skeleton goes as you grow older. You start to get... the joints start to go. So if people want to contact you and be helpful to you, what do they do, Lorna?
They can contact me directly. My email address is lorna@fasaonline.org.
Yeah, Andrew will write that down as well because he'll send you the link to this interview.
Very much so. And also the website is www.fasaonline.org.
What is it? FASA?
Online.
Online.org. I think that's all they need. There's no dot at the front of it. It's www.FASA, F-A-S-A, FASA, F-A-S-A, online.org. And you see, I think the important thing here, and we've touched on it, and this is why you should get involved, wherever you are in the world. This is a unique project that's about to be launched, the Nightingale Project. And people who are in despair, of course they can ring the Samaritans. There's no problem them doing that. But they're still alone in the place they are. But with FASA's Nightingale Project, doesn't exclude the Samaritans or other organizations, but it suddenly wraps a warm cloak of caring around the person. The person doesn't have to be alone in a bedsit or in a shelter on a mobile. The person can be picked up, can be brought to FASA. It doesn't get much better than that. And so give them the email again there.
My email...
the website.
www.fasaonline.org.
Okay. Please help these people and good luck in your walking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
All the best to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All the best. Take care, Lorna. Bye-bye. Music from Andrew now.
Pearl's a singer.